Hola, ¿qué tal? It's time to learn to conjugate verbs in Spanish. And in today's lesson, we're going to learn how to conjugate the verb ser. Hi, my name is Raffa del Toro from Spanish Speakr, and I'll help you start and continue your exciting journey in learning Spanish. So let's get into it. The verb ser is one of the most important and widely used verbs in Spanish, as well as the verb estar. Both verbs translate to be in English. So every time you use the verb to be in English, you will have to use either one of these verbs in Spanish. But before we start learning about the verb ser, let me introduce the concept of the infinitive verb. What is an infinitive verb? When we say that a verb is in its infinitive form, we are saying that the verb is not being conjugated. For example, in English, to work, to study, to play. When we say I work, you work, he work, she works, we're actually conjugating the verb. So we say that the verb is in its conjugated form. In Spanish, all verbs in their infinitive forms fall into three categories. Those that end in ar, for example, the verb trabajar, the verb estudiar, and the verb cantar. Those that end in er, for example, the verbs comer, leer, beber, and those that end in ir, for example, the verbs escribir, vivir, reír. Let's talk about the verb ser. This is how you conjugate the verb ser. Yo soy, tú eres, usted es, él es, ella es, nosotros somos, nosotras somos, ustedes son, ellos son, ellas son. Did you notice that I put the pronouns between parentheses? I'll tell you why. It's because in Spanish, pronouns are used only when it's necessary. The verb alone tells you who's performing the action. Therefore, soy means I am. Eres means you are. And somos means we are. But I'm sure you've noticed that the verb es is used by three different pronouns. The pronouns usted, él, ella. Same case with the verb son is used by three different pronouns. Ustedes, ellos, ellas. They're both in the third person. One in the singular and the other three in the plural. In this case, it is important and necessary most of the time to indicate who's performing the action. Therefore, you will have to use the pronoun before or after the verb. Let's talk about negative sentences. How do we form negative sentences in Spanish? Fortunately, it's very easy. We just add the word no before the verb. For example, in the statement, soy el presidente, in order to make it negative, we just say, no soy el presidente. Let me give you more examples. Eres rápido would be, no eres rápido, in the negative form. Two more examples. Somos libres. No somos libres. Ella es alta. Ella no es alta. Ellos son ricos. Ellos no son ricos. Now, how do we make questions in Spanish? Even easier. We just have to raise the tone of our voice at the end of the sentence. For example, in the statement, la casa es grande, in the question form would be, ¿la casa es grande? Another example, él es profesor. ¿Él es profesor? Another example, somos compañeros de clase. ¿Somos compañeros de clase? Let's do some practice. Let's translate the following sentences. Ready? Let's go. Number 1, they're classmates. Number 2, are you tall? Number 3, I'm not stupid. Number 4, the girl is intelligent. Number 5, is the black car cheap? Feel free to pause the video while you practice. Okay, so here are the answers. Number 1, ellos son compañeros de clase. Number 2, ¿eres alto? Number 3, no soy estúpido. Number 4, la chica es inteligente. Number 5, ¿el carro negro es barato? How did you do? I hope you did great. Now let's talk about how we use the verb ser. Use number 1. We use ser to identify a person or a thing. For example, ella es Elena y él es Marcos. In this example, we're introducing people and we're identifying them by using their names. Another example, ¿qué es ese edificio? Es un hotel. We're identifying the object. Use number 2. We use the verb ser to talk about professions, nationalities, political affiliations, religious affiliations, etc. when we're talking about identity. For example, soy profesor. Él es musulmán. Ella es vegetariana. Ellos son argentinos. Notice that in English we say, I am a teacher. He is a student. She is an engineer. We use the word a. In Spanish, we don't use the indefinite article to talk about jobs or professions. So we say, soy profesor. Él es estudiante. Ella es ingeniera. Use number 3. We use the verb ser to talk about relationship or kinship. For example, Rafa y Paulina son amigos. Antonio y yo somos hermanos. María y Rosa son compañeras de trabajo. Use number 4. We use the verb ser to describe someone physically or to talk about their personality. For example, Martín es inteligente. Pablo es rubio. Mis abuelos no son jóvenes. Ana es optimista. Use number 5. We use the verb ser to express the following things: where a person is from, what a thing is made of, who an object belongs to. For example, somos de Bolivia. La puerta es de madera. La llave es mía. Okay, so let's wrap this up with an exercise. Let's translate the following sentences into Spanish. Ready? Let's go. Number 1, this is Sarah and this is Juan. Number 2, is he an engineer? Number 3, they aren't siblings. Number 4, are you from Nicaragua? Number 5, my children are young. Feel free to pause the video while you practice. Okay, so here are the answers. Number 1, ella es Sara y él es Juan. Number 2, él es ingeniero. Number 3, ellos no son hermanos. Number 4, ¿eres de Nicaragua? Number 5, mis hijos son jóvenes. How did you do? I hope you did great. All right, everyone, this is the end of this lesson today. You're one step closer to becoming a Spanish speaker. If you liked this video, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to get notifications of new and upcoming videos. Or if you'd like to have access to all of the video tutorials, as well as more practice exercises, actually self-correcting exercises, please check my website, www.spanishspeaker.com. I will leave a description in the link in the description below. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you in the next video. The next video is going to be lesson number 4. We're going to talk about the verb estar. Thanks for watching. Hasta pronto.